Hello there, everybody. Just Mike 22. This is nothing new, and it won't come to a surprise to many folks because they've already seen it, but there are still a substantial amount of people who have no idea what's on the horizon. This is an article that was published by the World Economic Forum, as you can see here, November 12th, 2016. Not quite 8 years ago. Welcome to 2030. I own nothing, have no privacy, and life has never been better. Okay. It all started with Google. Well, really, yeah, with Google. I'd say Google, because that was the first one to do a major data mine. Okay? But right behind Google, you got Facebook and YouTube and all these others, right? They take your data and they sell it to the highest bidder, right? They commercialize it and they make all kind of money. Well, they dangle a carrot in front of your face. Free to use, but it isn't free. It costs you your anonymity. It costs you your identity. It costs you your data, your digital fingerprint, footprint, whatever you want to call it, right? And then they make these dangling carrots. They make them addictive, right? Where you get this shot of dopamine. Dopaminergic is what that stuff is. Every time you get some kind of reaction from another person, you get a little boop of dopamine, right? Someone liked your video, or someone left you a comment, or someone shared your video, and you get that shot of dopamine. Because see, the body, the human body, the brain, it rewards itself using dopamine. So when you accomplish a goal, that good feeling that you have inside, that man, I finally did that, that's dopamine, right? And break that word down. Dopamine. Dope mine. Would you go ahead, please? Dope mine. I need mine doped. Wow. And people don't see it. It's free to use. But let's go on down into this article here before I get too far off in the weeds, right? Welcome to the year 2030. Welcome to my city, or should I say our city. I don't own anything. I don't own a car. I don't own a house. I don't own any appliances or any clothes. It might seem odd to you, but it makes perfect sense for us in this city. Everything you considered a product has now become a service. We have access to transportation, accommodation, food, and all the things we need in our daily lives. One by one, all of these things became free. So it ended up not making sense for us to own much. That's interesting, because it says right there that one by one all of these things became free. But just like Google, and Facebook, and YouTube and all that, it's not free. It's got to cost somebody something, somehow, at some time. It just does. It may not cost money, but your data isn't, is worth something. If it wasn't, they wouldn't make a killing selling it. But if we go on down the article, we'll find out. Cause see, that represents the asset column, right? Let's go see where the debt column is. Let's see here. Oh, here we go. Once in a while, I get annoyed about the fact that I have no real privacy, nowhere I can go and not be registered. I know that somewhere, everything I do, think, and dream of is recorded. I just hope that nobody will use it against me. And there is your debt column. There is your cost, right? We'll put you in a 15-minute city where all of the amenities are within walking distance, so you don't need a car, which, oh wow, that fixes the whole emissions issue from driving vehicles around, right? So the greenies love that. And your services and all, right, that's all free. But you're stuck. You're essentially a cog in a machine at that point. You're gonna have to work, contribute to this city, and you're not gonna get compensated for it, right? You have to understand it's like a new form of slavery, because you don't own anything. Nothing is yours. You're indentured, if you will, and the cost is going to be your freedom, right? Your data and your time. They don't mention that. Well, maybe they do. If we read on, they just at any rate, they put it out there in plain sight. The best place to hide anything, right out there in plain sight, because they know most people are too damn lazy to pull something up and read it on their own. And they try to say that it's not their plan. It's listed right here as what they would do. And they're pushing it forward. I mean, Klaus Schwab, no chance of making, well, anyway, Klaus Schwab, he runs the World Economic Forum, right? Started in 1971. Anyway, they're unelected. They answer to nobody, right? And they're making the rules. He wrote a book called COVID-19 and the Great Reset. And then in October of 2019, so before the big cough broke out, they had a tabletop exercise between Johns Hopkins University, the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation, and the World Economic Forum that was called Event 201. And you can still find stuff about Event 201 if you look hard enough for it. But they tried to hide that stuff too, make it harder to find digitally. If there's no there, if this is all just a big conspiracy theory and not a conspiracy, then why do they censor it so much? Why do they try to hide it? They said it. I mean, Klaus Schwab has said it himself on camera, that this is their stated goal, their intention. And they use things like pandemics and, other destabilizing things, war, to push this agenda. I guess it's alright as long as you can still go buy a new TV or watch NASCAR this weekend or whatever the hell else you want to do. Right? Today you're in the stands. Tomorrow you're the one facing the lion. And no one is immune. Well, there's the water. You gonna drink?